Hi, my name is Firas and today I'm going to show you how to model the Cyan Tower or the Twist Tower in Dubai based on simple tricks in conceptual mass design in Revit. Here's the end up results based on the concept the conceptual family, and if you hit Control and Tab you can see that's the adaptive component that I use. It's basically just a rectangular frame with a glass panel here in the middle, and that's should goes for the final results here in the project environment. That's the tower. So if you can zoom in, you can see that's the floors, and that's the adaptive components been applied to the twisted face. Let's go and start doing that. So I'll start by closing all this previously opened file, and I'll just try to model that from scratch for you so you can have a better understanding on how to model using basic skills in conceptual design or conceptual mass. So basically, if I go back to PowerPoint, that's the target that I want to do. That's the picture of the Cyan Tower. It's located in Marina, Dubai, UAE, and the Twist Tower here, as you can see, have a wide wide louvers or wide panels here has been added, but I'm just gonna ignore it and just pretend from outer away scale that are just a normal mullions or rectangle one based on a glass panel. So I roughly counted those. It goes around 10 columns, and the actual amount of slabs around, I think, 37. You can get this basic information from Wikipedia. It's very nice and simple method, a model actually to express the twist method in it. The overall height is 306, I think, 0.6 meter. Anyway, so let's go and do that. So in Revit, I'll start by new and then conceptual mass, and I'll just pick a mass here. Make sure that you are working in a correct project unit. So I'm just going to change this into millimeters or whatever. If you want meters, go ahead. Go to create. I'm going to go creating rectangle here quickly and roughly, just 40 by 40. So that's 40 by 40, as you can do. Now here I'm going to go to the east elevation, and in create I'm gonna go creating levels. So that's my first level. I just need actually 3 levels, so that's 1 and that's 2. So that represent this one. The level 3 is actually the highest one, so it's 306.6. so that's it. Yeah, too high, I know. So if you grab a calculator here and divide 306.6 on 2, you got 153.3. Good. So I'm gonna zoom into this middle level. It's 153.300. So those are not those are not the actual floor level, not by necessity, but those are just the highest level, the lowest level, which is in the middle one. Then when we have to add a cross section of the profile. This is the highest point of the building, which is 306.6. So now if I go to 3D, I zoom out now, see I have one level here, floor level actually, and that's a level, and that's another level. And don't confuse this with the reference plane, they are levels here. So I'm going to select this guy and go here, go to copy, and then from the paste drop down I'm just going to select selected level and choose 2 and 3, and Revit will place 3 of those cross section here. I'll select the 3 of them. Sorry, and I will make just a simple cube or extruded rectangle. Now hover above this area couple of times with tab, and then select, and then go to rotate. Pick whatever you want, and then make sure that it's 45. Now I'm gonna select the higher one a couple of times on tab, and then go rotate, and then just hit that to 90. And as you can see, it's worked perfectly here. And as you can see, the smooth actual smooth curvy from one point to another point, that's what I want technically. Now here lots of people make the mistake, so if I show you this case, I don't care here now what type of I'll just use set here, and I'm just gonna pick this level here, and just let me show you here quickly. What if you copy this and then paste it to the levels that we talked, like that? Lots of mistakes, because some people are actually just select this guy and then rotate it 45, you see, and that's the issue. Look, when you select this level and this level and then try to make them 3D, see, the actual result is a linear twist, not a curved twist like this. So if you keep going and select those two things again and then select this solid, see, you get a totally different thing rather than what you are expecting. And that's to the fact that there is no intermediate no intermediate segments required here to create the 3D. And that's why I highly encourage you to follow the same steps that I did in order to get the same results. Even if you twisted that 90 degree, I think, keep that again. See, it's kind of annoying to get these results. So I would highly recommend that you do the extrude first based on the existence of a 3, and then you rotate rather than just select one and then the second. That will make a line jump from here and then line jump from here. Rather here it make it smooth curve. So there is lots of segments here, small lines to create this curvature, as you can see, rather instead of making those 3 straight edges twist extrusion. So that's been said. Now all I need is to add subdivision to that. So carefully hover above any part, let's say here, and then with tab once, twice, maybe, I don't know, click. See, now I selected the face. Again, hover, tab twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5th, and then control and then click. I'm using this method just because I'm too lazy to repeat the steps on the 4 faces that I need, so I'm going to do them once. So again, hover, tab, tab, tab. Now I can hit control to add, and then click to select this also, and then I'm gonna rotate with shift and middle mouse, and then again hover, click, click on the tab again and the tab again, and then press continuously on control and then click. Now I select all of the vertical faces. Now I go to divide, and as I said, it's a 37 floor, so I'm hit apply, and I think it's 10 here, panels, and the vertical, so that's almost 10 here or 73 here. And as you can see, it's been dividing that as a sub faces and a subdivision, nice and smooth, as you can see. Now I need to create the adaptive component, so go to the application menu and then new family, and I'm gonna pick here curtain panel, and that's the adaptive component. I'm just gonna pick a point here. Click. If you don't see it, it's okay, just hit escape, and here we go. Now I need to set the active reference plane based on this, so I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna draw horizontally out. It's again the units, so I'm gonna change this into millimeters, so it be same units used in the bigger conceptual mass family. So again, create line, and then go horizontally like exactly, let's say 100 millimeter, and then I go up another 100 millimeter, and then I go horizontally 200 millimeters. So just make a mullion with a width of 200 mil, and then another 200 mil, and then 200. I'm gonna select this, and all of that will be selected because I picked chain. So tab and then click and then delete, and probably TR to close those two things and make it a full closed square. Now select that square and select this, and then go to create solid, and here we go, we created the external solid mullion. I'm gonna tab and click that, and then here to hide this element, select that again, create a solid here, and pick this, don't pick that, pick this, so you can control the thickness. Just make it of 6 mil maybe, and then select here from the material. I'm gonna drop a glass material on it, and then unhide the whole thing, and so I have a glass panel here, the 200 mil wide of a mullion. You can go here and just hit save. It's a good way of organizing your work. So here in my document, I'm just gonna call it I don't know, 200 mil mullion with a glass panel. So I'm gonna save that here, and you just load that into the project, and again go to 3D and see same sequence. I'm gonna select this, and then with arc rotate tab, and then control select that, and then arc rotate, and then hit continuously control to select that face, and so on and so on. No, yes, come on, yep, now good, all 4 vertical faces. And here where it says in the property panel, when there's no pattern, just go down and pick the rectangular and the 200 mil on the glass panel that you have selected or created previously. And now when you select it, depend on how active and how strong your machine is to apply that, which is 10 by 73. So you're talking about 730 adaptive component multiplied by 4. Wow, that's too much. So you're talking about more than or around 2,500 around again adaptive component, which is too much. And as you see, I'm not using again my dying laptop, so I'm using the good laptop. And again, you can find it's a little bit annoying and slow process. That's normal. You're killing Revit actually by giving it too much to calculate. And as you can see now, if you zoom in, the VGA here goes also play a good part, and you can see when you zoom that that's the glass panel, and it's actually the adaptive component twisted and added to the whole thing here. Now that's been done, good. The conceptual work is finished, so we need to send this to a project. So again, go here, new project. So I'm gonna pick from the construction, I'm gonna go with architectural templates, hit OK. I'm gonna here create a new project environment, Revit project environment. Go to manage, make sure your work is in the same units as the whole thing. So we're gonna go millimeter again, and back with control tab to the conceptual mass, and then I say load into the project, and I'm gonna choose project 2, And yes, that's a kind of, again, slow process to load this tower here. Don't get scared by saying not responding here. It's just trying to, you know, annoying you because the RAM is not enough and it might need a while to do this process. So just be patient, and again, it depends on how good machine you have, and it might take from 2 minutes, I don't know, to 15 minutes or 10 minutes, depend on how much you spend on your machine. Highly recommended for you to be patient, not to press too much clicks here, and wait for wait for that conceptual mass to be loaded into the project environment as a component. It might take a couple of minutes. Boring, I know. The problem also here is when you start working in a project environment, you have to click once only, and again that's gonna be lots of lags and delays. So I'm gonna hit close, and now again be patient. So click once when you see the, try to avoid moving your mouse so fast. Just leave it still as much as you can, because each time you move the mouse, Revit will try to generate a preview for the entire 2,500 things that we're just loading as a tower here, and it's really slow, trust me. So just try to hold the mouse as fixed as possible. So just a click, one innocent strong click. Okay, now again it's gonna go into coma for a couple of seconds. Don't move your mouse as much as you can, just keep it still, and see down to the left it's telling you process regenerating. Yes, it's trying now to regenerate the entire Cyan Tower here, and it's still waiting to add more towers as a conceptual mass inside the Revit project environment, which again a slow process. So let's finish the first thing, and then we're gonna jump quickly to the modify button, as long as when we see the first copies being placed correctly. So again, be patient, boring, I know. If you keep moving your mouse because you're bored, you're gonna actually ask Revit to create more previews for the second proposed tower, and that even make things slower and slower. So let's see at least the first rectangle. Now I see it. Great. So quickly I'm gonna jump to the modify here and click it. See, now I have a tower here. If I go to 3D here, and I'm gonna see the whole thing as a conceptual mass. It's a see-through condition, so even if you change this into a shaded, it's just a conceptual mass. It's not really yet. You get your curtain or adaptive component as a curtain. It's okay if you go to massing, you know, like you can turn it off, and yeah, they're gonna stay. They are not really a conceptual mass anymore, but you can see that the inside thing has been deleted, or it's been hidden actually. Now, so what we have to do is to finish this project. So I'm gonna go to close this ceiling plans and then go to east elevation. Now I'm gonna zoom in to the lower levels here I'm having, and I'll drag that out like such and drag this guy away. Oops, what I've done, yeah, drag that out. Now, as we said, in the PowerPoint. I think it's 4.2 I've done here. That's my lectures on 3D Studio Max. So anyway, it's around 4.2 meter for the single, roughly for a single floor. I'm just calculating that, not really exactly making it. So anyway, so I'm gonna zoom in here. Instead of this crazy number, I'm gonna add 4200 for the level 2, and then I'm gonna use array here, and I'm gonna push from that point to that point to make the other floor, and here I'm gonna hit 73. Now I make an array of all those levels. It's actually copies of levels, so be careful, they are not floors yet. And so far it's really smooth. See, love it. Now great, now they are levels again. Trust me, they are not floor plans. That's, you just have 2 floors. Okay, you need maybe later on to make them all into floor plan. That's gonna be really long here, but before, let's create our slabs. So again, you can go here. First I'm gonna select the mass itself and mass floors here. First you need, so select the first one, then select the, move this, scroll down with shift, select the last one, and then I'm gonna tick here. Don't go, be brave and select them one by one. That's so unfair for your fingers. So just select them all once, as I did. You can notice it might take a couple of seconds to create, from Revit to create for you those conceptual, again they are conceptual floors. Now we need a real floor. So here, architecture, and from here I'm gonna go floor by face. So here, and we're just gonna take this edit type, duplicate. Alright, I don't know, let's say 150 mil maybe. I don't know, just go here. I'm gonna make this 150, and I'm gonna select the whole thing here, and probably I will offset it 50 to be slightly higher, and then I hit the button here, create floors, and now Revit will actually create a Revit physical floor. I know I just choose conceptual here, but I can actually pick any type of material I want. So see, lovely, huh? If you go to view, you can turn off the whole thing now, sorry, to massing, and turn off the form that you just imported from the conceptual mass, and you get real slabs, real mullion, real glass wrapping around that nice shape for the Cyan Tower. See here again in the shaded, again it goes good, very well actually. So that's it, guys. I wish you find that a useful tutorial for you in how to make a very simple and basic technique here. And if you want to go, again there are levels, and again there are physical slab created on those levels. Again, I'm just emphasizing on word level. They are not floor plan yet. So if you are actually, you know, like kind of you hate your Revit or you hate your PC and you want to make all those as floor plan here, that's a totally different issue. Just come here and select floor plan, select them all with shift, or it just be more reasonable. Like let's say I want to see the level 50 to be a floor 50 here. Just select the level 50 and just say okay. See, I'm gonna create a floor plan for you, and voila, you can see the nice twist from a very beautiful level 50, as you can see. And you can go ahead and design the things inside. Anyway, I wish that you find that tutorial useful for you. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.